The representative yield for questions.
Yes, I will.
The gentlelady yields for questions.
Representative Howard, let me make sure that I understand what your amendment does. What your amendment would do is take away the power from the politicians to draw their own districts and the districts of their buddy politicians and give it instead to an independent commission that consists of the people of Texas. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and we have a bill that's been filed that would do that.
And whose bill is that?
It's Representative Johnson's bill.
Okay.
Johnson's bill.
And is this an issue of first impression for you, Representative Howard? Have you heard of this before, these independent redistricting commissions?
Yes, I've actually filed legislation for an independent redistricting commission basically every session for over the past decade.
Thank you. And I have signed on to your legislation. I
Thank you.
appreciate that effort. Are you aware that the Independent Redistricting Committee protect minorities from illegal cracking and packing of their districts?
Yes, I am aware.
And isn't that in fact what is happening in this bill, the cracking and packing of minority districts?
It certainly appears that way, and we certainly have an example of it here in Travis County.
And in fact, minority districts are targeted for elimination in this bill, aren't they?
Certainly in Travis County, that's the case.
In Travis County, we have 2 congressional districts, is that correct?
Who has 2 congressional districts?
Currently, there are 2 congressional districts in Austin.
There are actually, I guess I'm trying to understand the question.
Okay.
Because there's several congressional districts that are part of Austin.
Okay.
But we have 2 right now that are Democratic
Okay.
districts, yes. And one of those is the court-ordered Minority Opportunity District, and it is no longer a part of Austin in this map.
So it is eliminated. The one minority opportunity district is eliminated. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. And of course, you and I both live in Austin, and so that is an issue of interest to us. Are you familiar with Congressional District 34, which is also significantly altered in South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley, where I am from?
You'll have to explain that to me.
So currently in Congressional District 34, that community has chosen Vicente Gonzalez as their member of Congress. Were you aware of that?
Yes.
That's in South Texas. And did you know that in this bill, in that district, almost 70,000 new Anglo voters are added to that district, while at the same time, almost 25,000 Hispanic voters are removed from that district. Were you aware of that?
I was not, but that does sound like it's diluting their representation.
Do you know what the majority ethnic population in Brownsville, which is the large city in that district, is?
I can imagine that it is Latino.
It is over 95% Latino and growing in terms of Latino population. So do you have an understanding of why the Latino population would be decreased while the Anglo population is doubled to almost 70,000 extra voters in that district?
I do not know why, other than it appears to be diluting their vote.
Does it sound to you like the Texas Republican leadership that drew this map is enhancing and embracing the Latino vote in this district, or running from it?
I would suggest running from it.
And so a reading on its face of this bill, on this map, makes it clear that this redistricting bill is an attack on Latino power, at least in Congressional District 34 in the Rio Grande Valley, is it not?
Sounds like it.
Are you aware that independent redistricting committees provide a fair and even forum for voters to be represented in Congress?
Absolutely.
Are you aware that independent redistricting committees provide more transparency and more public input in the map drawing process?
Absolutely, they're a part of the process.
Were you aware that we have not had a hearing where the public has been allowed to weigh in on this map that is before us, we will be voting on today?
I'm aware.
Are you aware that the independent redistricting committees are already in use by other states and have improved their redistricting process?
Absolutely, that's the case.
This is a great amendment.
Gentlelady's
Thank
time
you.
has expired.
Move adoption.
Chair recognizes Mr. Hunter to speak in opposition to the amendment.
I'm going to be moving to table. The Redistricting Commission is really a delay of this process. We're in the middle of what we can do by law, and so I'll be moving to table.
Chair recognizes Ms. Howard to close on the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I just reiterate that the examples that I've given in particular in regard to Travis County clearly show that there are not communities of interest being kept together here. When you have Austin reaching all the way to the Permian Basin and Midland, Odessa, clearly not the same issues. Reaching to the Big Thicket in East Texas, reaching to Port Aransas, Matagorda Bay, Port Lavaca, and the coast of Texas. With Austin, our issues are very different. We need to have compactness. We need to have communities of interest. An independent redistricting commission would be a way that we could establish that. And with that, what am I doing? Motion to table. Oppose the motion to table. Thank you.
Ms. Howard sends up an amendment. Mr. Hunter moves to table the amendment. The question is on the motion to table. If you are in favor of the amendment, vote no.